I don't even know what to say. I've waited years. We've talked about taking this trip and touching one of these fish. It's been maybe 30 minutes. Well guys, the folks from Sportsman Connection hooked us up. We're using the River Atlas today. We'll talk more about that in a bit, give you guys a rundown on how we use the book and exactly what we do. But we wouldn't be here without these guys. Huge help, awesome fish. I'm gonna hurry up, grab a picture, set this fella free. All right guys, it is the afternoon now. We got a bit of a lull in the fishing time here. Figured we'd bust out this book and give you guys a rundown on exactly what's included in here, and how we use them to find new river systems and to break down some of the water that we do find. This is the Sportsman book for Southern Wisconsin. This is the Atlas and Field Guide. We use these books pretty religiously actually. They cover several different states. Let's dive into these things and show you guys exactly how we use them. So one of the most important things that we use this book for is finding new water in general, whether it be breaking down a river system that we already know or exploring new water. One of the most essential things that you guys can do to find more fish and to consistently hit more fish is going to be to find the water that people don't go to. Less pressured spot might not necessarily have more fish, but they're going to be more willing to eat. Use this here for example. We can decide that we're going to fish this tributary here right off of Lake Michigan. As some of you know, finding parking or hiking trails and how you can get in and out of these places can get pretty hairy at times. I found myself bushwhacking through some pretty nasty stuff and oftentimes ending in a complete and total disaster. So if we come over here to your key, this book's going to break down a variety of different trails for you. Multi-use, non-motorized, ATV, the whole nine. Obviously, if you can take a motorized trail, you're more than willing to walk it. And for those of you that bring your families up here and whatnot on your fishing trips, it provides you with a bunch of different options and things that you guys can do. We come farther down this key. This is going to help you with property lines and boundaries, give you a pretty good idea of where you are and are not supposed to be, as well as Indian reservations, state land area, which is extremely important in DNR managed land. Also somewhere around here, if I can find it, it will point out the reserves and places. There you go, wildlife and refugee boundaries. You're obviously not supposed to be in those places. So looking at this book, guys, we can follow this right off of Lake Michigan. We can use this to find roads and search different areas for parking, as well as the best place to park to find a trail and where these trails are going to lead you along the riverside. I'll open up to a different page in the book here to show you guys another crucial piece of information that we use while planning a day. This icon that you see right here is a dam if you look over on the key. Why dams are so important when we're considering river fishing: we target a lot of steelhead, trout, salmon, places that connect to the Great Lakes. A crucial part of targeting these fish, obviously if you can find a dam, say an obstruction to where these fish could potentially either be slowed down or not be able to pass at all. That being said, you're going to be able to target some of these areas better. Well, if you look back in at this book, you can find boat launches and how you can approach some of these different river systems. If you're not using a boat, again, you have all these trails and areas that you can figure out how to get access to the river. So fish tend to pile up at these dams. It's also going to eliminate some water where trout or salmon or steelhead, whatever you're fishing for, can't be. If you're targeting one of those species, you can do your research on the dams as to where they're at, what's above them, and that way you know if you hit a dam that there's not going to be salmon or steelhead above. You can save yourself a lot of time and hassle by doing that. That being said, guys, it's extremely difficult to show up somewhere never having been there before, find somewhere to park, find trails to walk into, and then develop a game plan on how you're going to target this area all in the same day. You can set up a game plan and a strategy before you even touch foot on the water or even show up to that state. Using this book is going to give you the access that you need to where you want to fish, how to get there, and the most effective way to break this down. You can find these books just about anywhere, Walmart, any local sports store that you have. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's go catch some fish.